Hey guys, Harv here, and welcome to the Test Pilot. This is the series in which we take viewer-submitted ships, test them out, and then hopefully make some improvements to them. Today's entry is from... let's take a look here. Koloszrodosthe. Is that Koloszrodosthe? I do not know. And your ship, the entry that you have decided to give to us today, is called the Nipple Penetrator of Space. The Nipple Penetrator of Space. And here she is. The Nipple Penetrator of Space. It's a beautiful name. I absolutely love it. Let's go. I have sped up time in order to put Minmus into the correct place, because that's where we're going to take this ship. Hopefully, if all goes well. 3, 2, 1, launching. It's swaying like crazy. If this is what a nipple penetrator does, I have no idea what a normal penetrator does. God, this is one of the least stable launches I've ever seen in my entire life. Let us just hope the staging is correct. We seem to be dropping the boosters next, all of which makes perfect sense. I say it's wobbly, but that's probably worth it for the amount of thrust we're getting. We are going ridiculously fast, and that would certainly explain all the swaying. We dropped those, and we're running off of our 6 remaining large engines, which have 3 tanks between them. And we're swaying like mad, and there's the explosion. The timing is waiting to happen, absolutely waiting to happen. Wow. Now that's probably my fault for not throttling properly, so we're actually going to retry that. Okay, flight 2, this time throttling back down in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. With the crazy swaying. God, it's ridiculously crazy. You know, the majority of people who sent in ships into this series at least are sane. I think that's the start. Most of them are sane, I hope. Most of them don't make nipple penetrators of space. Like, does space even have nipples? What would they be? Sunspots, maybe sunspots. It's got an awful lot of nipples, space has. Okay, and we're going to throttle back. Oh, wait. God. Wow. At least we survived. And we have actually got our parachutes, so we will survive. The lucky crew that they are, certainly. Alright, you know what? We're going to edit this. As it says in the description of this video, we shall hopefully make some improvements to this, because I think there is perhaps a little to be improved upon. Let's see what we can do. The Nipple Penetrator of Space. Here it is in all its glory. Okay, let's go through the standard HOCgaming filtering, shall we? No! No, 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 no. RCS, no. Bad. Bad boy. Why would if you watch these videos, why would you even bother putting that on there? And because we're not using RCS, we can use the standard parachute. Thank you very much. Let us slap that on there. SAS I might want to move further down, but we can do that later on in the filtering process. I'm trusting that those landing legs are lower down enough. They seem to be pretty high. RCS, no. No, no, no. How many times do I have to tell you? That did not delete, did it? Nope, it didn't. Okay. Winglets up here. No. That's something that I haven't seen many people actually do, but yeah, you should always have your winglets at the bottom. As in at the bottom. At the bottom. It's called stability. Oh, where did those winglets go? There we are. It's called for stability reasons and stuff. There's an RCS right there, which we can delete. There we go. And there's also a nose cone, which we can delete. Thank you. Ooh, okay. These boosters aren't symmetrical. Let's sort that. If we just put those to the side. That's where the decoupler needs to go, and that's where the booster needs to go. So we just need to match those boosters. It's going to be around there. There we go. And we can sort out the interruption and continue. Put this strut across here because that's broke for some reason. And similarly with the one down here. There we go. Winglet is now connecting to that. I think we can probably just get rid of that actually. Did that delete? Yes it did. Good. This is not symmetrical. Oh god, what have I done? Come on, come back. There we go. This strut down here. See, I'm really a sucker for some symmetricalness stuff. Symmetry, that's it. That's the word. Okay, no for all this. You know what, actually, we'll keep these. We'll keep these and their nose cones because I quite like the look of that actually. I think it looks pretty awesome. We can hold shift and drag this down to the bottom, for those of you who don't know how to move the entire ship, and we can put our launch clamps right there. Gotta be symmetrical. And is that it? Maybe it is. I think we shall move this SAS down, so let's take that, and take that, and take that off, and move that back up. Ah, the landing legs won't let us. Wait, if you go back on temporarily, we can put... Oh, no, now the landing legs won't let us at all. What about now? There we are. Move the landing legs further down. And we don't want 6 of them. As this person has rightly done, we only want 4. Thank you. Now we can take you off. Now we can take you back on. Now we can put you back on. Now we can put you down here and put you back on. There we go. And we can take this ladder over here and put this back to where it needs to be, which is just there. There we go. Very nice. And I think we may be done for our filtering. Whoa, there is a massive line up here. This is going from the outside tanks to the inside, obviously. And it's going right up to the top tank, which, as some of you may not know, is not necessary. Just want to put the fuel line in the center and lead it towards the bottom tank. And that works absolutely fine. At least it does if you don't have one-time symmetry enabled, Harvey. Oh, and I've just deleted all that, haven't I? Undo. Come on, we don't have all day. There we are, fuel tank, and fuel line, and fuel line. There we go. So we connected it to the engine, but that's fine. And that is it, I think. Let's make sure the staging is perfectly correct. Nipple Penetrator of Space. God, what a name. What a name. Yes, struts and engines and stuff, and decouplers for those things, and an empty stage. These are presumably the... God, go back together. God damn it. There we are. These are presumably for the outside engines, and then we have another empty stage, and we have the middle engine, and then we start up the next engine, and then we decouple, and then we start up the next engine, then we decouple, then we have the parachute. Yes, Nipple Penetrator of Space Mark II, and there's actually not enough room. Let's shorten this to the slightly smaller and less odd NP of Space Mark II for various reasons, and that can actually be space, not space, or however you even pronounce that. Okay, there we go. Let's go to Minmus. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's just make sure Minmus is in roughly the correct position. Yeah, so the idea is we'll launch, we'll get round to roughly this side, at which point we shall be on the opposite side of Kerbin to one of Minmus's nodes. That is where Minmus's orbit crosses over the equator of Earth, of Kerbin. So we should be able to extend our orbit to that point, and then by then maybe Minmus will be there, and if it's not, we can just reverse our orbit and hit it. That's a slightly slightly brutesque method that I've been using, and the only reason I use it is because it's easy. It's slightly less fuel efficient than just timing it perfectly is, but I don't really care, because when you're out at Minmus you're going so slowly that it uses hardly any more fuel. So if this ship can do that, then it can certainly do a lot more many things. Let's launch! I really don't know. Can we open the parachute in time? This is why they really need emergency staging, because you have to click through all those stages in order to get to the ones you want. And here comes all the debris. If we get hit, we are screwed. Nope, I think we survived. God. Okay, we need to retry that. I don't know how to make it better. I think maybe just put the thrust down. Maybe. Let's retry. Okay. Structural failure on linkage between Rockermax fuel tank and Rockermax engine, I'm presuming, or maybe it's decoupler or something. Let's try putting the thrust down. Okay, it's a pretty good design though. If I actually talk about the ship for a few seconds, it is a pretty good, sleek design. I approve of it, certainly. Oh, come on, don't break. I think the only reason it breaks is really because of my computer. As you can see, I get absolutely terrible frames per second. There we go. That's during the first seconds of launch, and then it smooths out to a comfortable 8. Yeah, 8 frames per second, believe it or not. Surprising I've got to where I am on YouTube. Playing games at 8 frames per second. 9? No, we got 9. Isn't that an achievement? There we are. Drop the boosters and throttle up. There we go. Nice and steady. We want to stay under 200 meters per second. Just for now. I don't know what to say about this ship. I think it's intrinsically flawed somehow. The fact that it's not working could be due to my computer, but of course I can't afford that. I can't do anything about that, really. Indeed. As he unconsciously goes towards a thumbnail that he's not going to use. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Let's go back and edit this once more. I don't know if we'll be able to fit in an entire Minmus mission into this. We may have to edit it down. We'll see. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to put it simply onto 4 times. See if we can get better A, performance that way, and B, probably better efficiency, because we don't really need 4, I don't think. And why do we have a half fuel tank here? That seems a bit unnecessary. We'll remove that. There we are. 1, 2. Okay, this should work. Oh, is that a strut or a fuel line? I have no idea. That's the fuel line. There we go. Take that, and we'll just go in here. Scroll down a little. That's too much. Just put that there, and put it straight across. There we go. Now we can put struts in between them. Those tanks. If we just take that and put it there. Nope, that's not equal. That and put it there. And that's a bit better. And we can actually take that and put it up. Oh, that didn't work. That's a shame. Should really work. Sometimes the symmetry doesn't, for some reason. Of its own accord, it just decides that no, I don't want to work today. I don't want to do anything that may well help. Let's put the fins on these inside. Because reasons of blah. And we shall put these as far over into the corners as is physically possible, without destroying the entire ship. You are not as far over here as is physically possible. I think that might work. Nope, that copied the entire thing. Come on. There we are. And you need to go about here. Yes. Yes, I think that works. And then we can have launch stability enhancers here. There we go. This is probably the most modifying I've done to a single ship. I do like to try and retain, I don't know, their essence, I suppose you might be able to call it. I do quite like to retain who they are. but sometimes that can be hard when a ship just doesn't work. There we go, there we go. I think that might be it. Right, Nipple Penetrator of Space Mark III. So, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Extremely fast. Let's throttle back. Under half. There we go. Yeah, I think we could have done with some struts actually, from on top of those nose cones, but oh well, it's a bit too late now. A lot less wobbling and a lot more sticky togethering working. Okay, I think we might be able to make it this time. Pretty good design, I do like this. I think the removal of all those helped, all those extra side things. And we are going to leave it at this throttle rate, because this is high enough for us to accelerate, but low enough for us to have pretty low G-forces. Low enough, certainly. And I think we're doing pretty well. Quick question I want to ask you guys, how does my mic sound? Because someone said it sounds a bit nasally, which could potentially be a problem, but also is it loud enough for you guys? We're gonna have to put struts on that up. Okay, for what? Is this the 5th launch now? 5th time? Imagine if this was real life, right? If I was actually managing the space program, you say I'm pretty good, I'm actually terrible. I've fueled up an entire ship and brought it onto the launch pad. Do you have any idea how much hassle that takes? We've done that so many times in this one video to accomplish this one mission. It's absolutely ridiculous. Throttling down. A lot more stable, but then again it was quite a lot more stable last time. We shall wait and see whether or not we actually managed to get this thing into orbit at least, because it certainly has enough fuel to do so. It's quite long and thin, but I guess that is what a nipple penetrator is. Drop and throttle up maybe a tiny bit. Okay, the deal with this, right, is that as soon as we hit 200 meters per second, I'm going to throttle down. We're on ridiculously low throttle right now, and yet that's what I'm going to do. 190, 95, 96, and throttling down. Just want to keep it at 200 meters per second until we get to 10,000 meters. Okay, we're nearly there. I'll keep it at this throttle rate just for now, trying to fly responsibly, and we can start tilting over. Only slightly, because our acceleration is not massive. And you know what? I'm going to leave autopilot off, because you get a lot less swaying. A lot less swaying. It's actually really... I do hate these engines. The fact that they're vectoring, they really shouldn't be. We should just have to use fins. Or something, I don't know. Probably RCS. It would actually give RCS a use, you know. Because I do not use RCS whatsoever at the moment, because there's just no need for it. You can get away without using it, and you severely decrease the amount of weight your ship has. So yeah, I think, there we are, we can drop those engines. Don't explode, yes! No explosions! And we can definitely see why this is a nipple penetrator. Absolutely. It turns rather fast. I don't know what to say now, because I'm scared I'm going to make innuendo. Nipple penetrator, what the bloody hell is a nipple penetrator? God, you know what? If John is watching this video, he's laughing his arse off right now. Or he probably was 10 minutes ago when I first announced what the ship was called. 75 and increasing. How much fuel do we have left? Is that 2 tanks worth? Yeah, 2 tanks worth. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Right, we just want to put this onto 90 degrees. There we go. And we can throttle up, seeing as we're nearly out of the atmosphere. There we go. Right, very nice. Managed to get it into orbit. And it didn't, not a moment too soon either, it did take a while. We're on full throttle now, and we are out of the atmosphere, there we go. Moon is behind us. Maybe we will take this to Minmus, actually. I think we will. This ship is doing pretty well, to be honest. I do like it. I think it actually manages its fuel rather well. Having this extremely small lander is perfect for Minmus as well, certainly. Although it is taking us a while to get into orbit, I'm surprised. We do have a massive engine at the back here. That actually looks really awesome. Actually really looks awesome. I do like that. I like that quite a lot. Let's look on our map view, and we've just hit 100,000. 100 kilometers above the surface. And we need to check where the Minmus node is. The Minmus node is just there. Just in the middle. So we want to get to around here. So if we warp up to the apoapsis, oh, can't while ship is under acceleration apparently, even though we weren't accelerating, we'll get up 20 seconds before the apoapsis. Come on, point in the right direction. This is why RCS is useful, and this is one of the only reasons why I will ever use RCS, certainly. And thrusting at full thrust. Pointing a bit down. Oh, we've ran out. Bugger, okay. Separate and burn. Lots more delta V now. Ounces more. Ounces more. Bloody hell, Harvey. Ounces? Really? Yeah. Okay, we're nearly on the right side, actually. Just want to make our way... Yeah, acceleration and all that. Just here. I think, let's take a look at this. Oh, can't tell because it needs to be this view. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. Let's fly this ship. We have 2 tanks of fuel to get us to Minmus orbit. Easy. That will be accomplished extremely easily. I have no idea. Turns out we're not landing on that because we're not in an equatorial... Yeah, we are. You know what? We are going to land on that. Oh, God. Nope, we're not. It's rotating too fast. Oh, screw them. We'll land where we like. We shall... I'm actually going to try landing not on an ice lake because it's been a long time since I've done that, actually. For some reason or other, I just always land on the lakes. So we're going to land there, on the mountain that's overseeing the lake. I think so. Oh, Space Bro version 2.0. That is at a very high altitude. Wow. Let's switch into map view and warp down. We have so much fuel. I reckon this could do an interplanetary mission. And this may well be featured in another video because of that. It really might be. Interplanetary mission. It's quite an exciting prospect. Just because it has so much fuel. Really has so much fuel. Now we're actually going to point ourselves upwards. Because that's a flat plane over there. And what we're currently heading for is not a flat plane. Yes, okay. Just burning upwards. Just want to put off landing, basically. That's all we're doing. And there we go. We want to land over there. And we can continue warping. May have to ditch this stage, you know. Because it's fairly big and unwieldy. We can't react very fast with it. Not very fast at all. Okay, time to slow our thing. Wow, we are really close to the ground. Really close to the ground. Let's destroy our velocity with this, and then we can detach it and carry on with the landing engine. Destroy our velocity. What a weird term to use. Okay, we have slowed down significantly, and we can detach and thrust away very slightly. There we go. Right, time to commence landing. How high up are we? How high up? We want to be with your view, because you have the windows. Turns out we are just under 1,000 meters up. It's pretty close, It's pretty close. Get out the landing legs. Oh man, we're going so slow as well because the gravity is actually ridiculously low. There we go. Okay, slowing right down because I've left this too late. Why is our retrograde marker not in the correct position? That was not in the right position, not at all. Our prograde has turned into our retrograde. Nope, now okay, now it's okay. You know, we're actually going too fast, but yeah, no. God, I'm screwing this landing up so much. Look, I just want to get stationary, okay? Because something went wrong. The retrograde and prograde markers are going really weird. It's saying this is prograde, when it's clearly not. That really is not prograde marker, in any way. In any way, shape, or form, indeed. Oh, God. I think this engine is too powerful. You know what? I think it's too powerful. I think we need to either have more fuel, just so we have a more weighty ship, or just find a less powerful engine. Maybe a nuclear engine. Maybe. See, our retrograde marker is not in the correct position. It's screwing me over so much. And there's the third interruption, which does not help things. This is a really weird bug. There we go, we've got surface. Is it like because of the orbital markers or something? I have absolutely no idea. Cut engines. Let's just bob down. And if you dare tip over, if you really dare tip over, I have no idea what I'll do, but it won't be pleasant, certainly. We're here on Minmus, and that is the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. Those distractions are getting extremely annoying. This has been the Test Pilot, the series in which we take viewer-submitted ships, test them out, and then hopefully make some improvements to them. If you'd like to submit a ship into the Test Pilot, you have to click the annotation on the screen, that's right now is on the screen, and that will link you to a video which explains how to make your ship eligible. If your ship isn't eligible, then you shall not be featured on the show. There is several pieces of information you need to include in order to make your ship eligible. The email to send your ship into is HOCgaming@live.co.uk. That's HOCgaming@live.co.uk. These test pilot videos are going to become quite a bit more regular, because I need to get the content out, both for myself and because we have a lot of ships to get through. So, thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.